the best way out of the Nigerians' issues that got multiplying each days. We need to come together, reason together, and see how issues can be resolved. It's all about our nation. It's all about our country. How can we all together make the country a nation that we can be proud of? Not only for us, but to other generations or to generations to come. Today, we'll be discussing the issues concerning election. Who rig elections? To whose benefits? That is, election riggings and its consequences. What do we do about this? Because if we can get our electoral processes better, it will reflect in ways and manner the affairs of our nation is being run. On that note, we bring to us, our viewers, an experts, experienced person that will help us do justice to all this that I am saying. Dr. Suleiman Muhammad, he is a political analyst, a motivational speaker who has been on ground severally. He will help us to share his experiences, his insights about all that I have listed. I am your Suleiman Haruna Osikwe that is going to anchor this program in line with your own view and submission, going through all our social media to do justice. Be part of this conversation. You can use all our social handle to get to us, which is Gampi Radio TV. To get into this conversation proper, Dr. Suleiman Muhammad, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Suleiman Haruna Osikwe, for having me once again. And good day, viewers at home. Thank you.
Like from my introductory parts, Doctor, what is your perspective concerning these issues? Because if we get the electoral process better, it will enable the activities of administration and governance. What is your perspective, your take concerning election rigging and its consequences?
Thank you once again. Very, very important topic, and is a kind of issue that it has to do with a lot of, explanation, rehearsing, and even it's something that we need to be talking every now and then, because it is one issue that is disturbing us as a nation. Election rigging is a very serious issue. It is a serious issue in the sense that once election is rigged, the undesired and unpreferred candidate will emerge. And once such candidate emerge, we will not have the best we need to have from the candidate that is going to, govern us as a state, maybe as a local government, as a nation. So that is why it is a very serious issue that we need to look at, we need to discuss about with all seriousness. Once an election is rigged, automatically you deny the people the right to choose the preferred candidate they want, which they feel can govern them in a particular society. And you see, in most cases, when an election is rigged, you see agitation here and there, you see complaint here and there, and the government in place that election is being rigged in favor will not give the people the desired good governance they want, because the people that rig them into the office is the people that they will do their bidding. So election rigging is a very serious issue, which if we can get it right, as you rightly said, if we can get our electoral, system right, and we can eliminate rigging, or we can reduce it to a very barest minimum, because it is not something we can eradicate completely. But even in advanced democracies, they still experience rigging, but to a very minimal level, because you cannot rig an election where you are not popular. When you rig an election where you are not popular, automatically you have created a lot of chaos, a lot of dissentiment, a lot of problems here and there. So it is an issue that the political gladiators, the so-called godfathers, and the rest of them need to sit down and ask themselves, what is the benefit of us doing this? Because the people you are coming to govern, if you are not giving them desired candidate they want, that will come and give them the desired governance, so that they can benefit from that particular administration, automatically the whole thing is useless, and which is what we are seeing today. So that is why we are having court cases here and there, because when people deny the right people they prefer, that they voted for, and it is another candidate that they rejected becomes the winner, automatically there will be problem, and you'll be having court cases here and there. And even the people that rigged that person, the candidate that they rigged into the office, will not even have time to concentrate and do the job, even if at all he can even do the job, because you will be dragged here and there to answer court cases, you understand, over the election that has been rigged in his or her favor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah.
You are watching Gampi Radio TV. Within these few minutes, we believe you have taken something out of it. But the next question that we are going into, for him to actually expatiate or give us a kind of more in-depth to it, so that we can grasp a lot from it. Doctor, like I said, can you give us a kind of, is it enlistment? What are these consequences after a person is being rigged into an office? What do you think are the consequences, both to the society, and the society I meant is the electorate, and then the government itself?
Yes. You see, there are a lot of consequences. There are a lot of consequences that come with election rigging. Just like I said earlier on, by the time you rig an election and the candidate that people rejected becomes the winner, there are issues, you understand, that always come with it. Because number one, before the electorate reject that candidate, they've seen that it doesn't have capacity, it cannot rule, you understand, and give the people what they want. The people that rig him or her into the office will be the one that he or she will be doing the bidding. So at that very particular moment, there will be, the sentiment, there will be a lot of crisis here and there, because when people bring in, candidates that is not acceptable by the people, there will be no peace in such a society. So now, a lot of examples are there for us to see. Take, for instance, maybe a state governor that people did not vote for, or let's say even the president of a nation that people did not vote for, but he rigged himself into the office. There are programs and policies that they will come up with that will not be in agreement with the people that voted them in. Because if it is the mandate of the people that takes him to that office, he will listen to the people when they say do this, you understand. So the people will now be the decider, so that you as leader, as servant, you now listen to the people, so that you align yourself with what they say they want. There will be peace. But in a situation where people brought just few people, they call themselves cabal, they call themselves cartel, whichever way we call them, they just sit in a room, decide who is going to be there. They will just show you that, oh, the essence of you going to the sun and kill is just formality, it's just for people to see that, oh, people go to the field, they kill, they completed in ballot paper, at the end of the day, no, we know whom we want to be there. and we have decided and we're choosing the person, and the person will be there. So in a situation like this, these few people that call themselves cabal will be the one that these people will be do their bidding. I was watching a program, a particular state governor a few days ago was trying to, make a statement. So he went to the State House of Assembly to present the budget of the state. A governor of the state that control over 3 or 4 million, you understand, people in a particular place cannot pronounce the figure that he was prepared to come and give, you understand, the State House of Assembly. So he was nervous. He became, you understand, something else, because he is not the candidate that people voted for. Because the people who did not vote for him, they've seen the capacity, they've seen that he doesn't have the requisite to man that office. But the cabal who believe that if he's there, he's doing their bidding, rigged him into the office and he's doing their bidding. So he came and messed up in the public, and people were laughing. People were saying, oh, this state that has best brain, they have educated people, they have professors, they have this, they have that. Why are they bringing this to us?
Thank you so much, Doctor. Like people do said, you have a leader that the society deserve. That is maybe by the character, and then otherwise, that is what that society deserve. However, Doctor, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Until next time again, when we shall be calling you back again to actually expatiate, especially in this issue of political representation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you for having me once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have
So our viewers at home, this is Gampi Radio TV, where potential issues are being discussed. We're trusting in you, just like you are trusting in the station too. Together we can make a headway. Until next time, we shall be bringing you another topic, another interesting topic. I remain your sincere Suleiman Haruna Osiko. Thank you and bye.